Dead Space 2 is known to have one of the most difficult achievements in the survival horror genre, and it's safe to say this achievement is not for the faint of heart.
Get out of my way, bro!
The hard to the core achievement is one that I've wanted for a very long time, and now is as good a time as any to get it done. So what's the deal with this achievement, you may ask? Well, it requires you to beat the game on the hardest difficulty with only 3 saves. Now, it might sound simple because you can save, but I promise that is not the case. If you make one small mistake, you could easily lose hours of progress in a split second. And because of the atmosphere of the game, dying means you have to relive the same stressful moments again and again. Now, that being said, here's my plan. I will use my 3 saves on chapters 5, 10, and 13 to minimize the chances that I lose hours of progress because of QuickTime events, but because of the nature of the game, we'll call this a loose guide and get right into it. The game starts us off with the main character Isaac Clarke during a psych eval where we get yelled at by our crazy dead girlfriend for not taking out the trash. Now, we've all been there, right? Now, after a short stroll through the psych ward where we avoid alien zombies, we convince ourselves that we're not crazy.
I'm not crazy. I'm not.
Then we have a lovely conversation with the man who cuts us out of our straitjacket.
Thanks, bud. Oh my god. Us crazies need to stick together, man.
Take it easy, buddy. Just take it easy.
With our newly freed hands, we get access to our first main tool, and arguably one of the most important things to use in hardcore, kinesis. Or as I like to call it, grabby throwy. Kinesis is basically going to let us use our environment and our enemies as weapons.
Oh! Sensitivity is so slow. Okay, we don't even need guns. We're fucking throwing pipe. Maybe this is the wrong website for that, but let's go. Pipe thrower Clark in the building.
Next, we picked up our only real weapon for the playthrough, the plasma cutter. Now, I'd love to say this was for extra challenge, but it's actually a tactical decision so that we have enough upgrade discs to upgrade everything to max. But it's also because we're hardcore. The third tool we had to pick up is stasis. Now, it turns out freezing your enemies while you pick them apart is quite good. So this is a welcome addition to the arsenal.
So far, and nothing's hard so far. I feel like the first time I die, it's gonna be like this. I'm not even gonna maybe it's now.
What the fuck?
I'm not gonna have a chance to like react, I feel like.
Then after stopping by our first store and getting some sick drip, we run into the first boss of the game.
We gotta kill the big boy. Stasis. Run! Dude, I'm hitting items. Oh my god, run. Oh my god, run. It's too soon to die, man. It's too soon to die. I am out of stasis. Nope. Not today, brother. Oh, I am. Okay, we're good. Nope. Are you dead? Nope, he's hobbling. Oh my god. Armless. Wait. Is he dead? Or is that thing alive?
After making it to my first workbench and choosing to upgrade my health so I could avoid getting insta-owned as much as possible, I started running through a recently ravaged apartment building. And these are those stories.
Oh my god, dude, this is already so stressful. What is happening? Get out of here, bro. You need to fucking be sacrificed. You need to die so I can live.
We have to go now.
Come on, you guys. Oh my god. Are you the mother? You are gross. Don't sneeze. Okay, we're good. Uncool, man. Uncool. Safe and sound.
I'm probably one of the most on-time people you will ever meet. Sorry, I was late to the voiceover. But after missing my train, I had to do a greasy jump where I almost died.
How does this work? Can I die here? I don't even know. Oh my god, I can.
Then slide down this falling train car like I was goddamn John Wick. And then I ended up in this greasy situation.
Reloading. Oh, fuck him. Oh, give me ammo. Alright, buddy. I'm just hanging around. Don't mind me. What's going on here? Okay. No! One of those. Kill you.
After that sufficiently puckering encounter, we traveled to the last Toys R Us store in existence and got a pretty good look into why they closed down.
I feel like there's a fight here. Oh! Oh my god, there's so...
With the dance party behind us, we finally reached chapter 4, which means we're one chapter away from being able to use our first save and not being so scared that we're gonna have to restart everything all over again. Now, this chapter's pretty straightforward. First, you have to find the maintenance man's secret stash. Then you have to have a battle with foreshadowing. And finally, you need to grab hold of a Bible and start praying.
Oh!
As you can see, this isn't exactly a calming situation, but these enemies like to take 1v1s, so if you can get yours, you should be able to make it through without a problem.
Nine bullets, okay. 9 bullets in a stasis. Okay.
Can you do anything to it?
First try.
See what I can do.
Okay.
Okay, so we need to hit a save at chapter 5. I don't know how far away chapter 5 is. I thought maybe we were done after that room. Okay. Chapter 5! On first try to chapter 5.
Since things have been going so well, I contemplated deviating from the plan and getting greedy. I mean, how hard can chapter 5 be? But the thought of redoing the most boring part of the game convinced me to save here.
Save. 3 saves remaining. Are you sure you want to save? Fucking A writes I want to save.
With our first save in the bag, we begin day 2. Now the chapter starts off slow by introducing you to the potential consequence of running into a ceiling fan. Now, I didn't make that mistake, but I'm gonna give you a dramatic telling of what would have happened. Well, thank God that didn't happen. But after, we ended up back in the church, but this time, it was a fight for our lives.
Jesus Christ. Do I try to hit A button? Wait, what? Jesus. Wait, am I dead? Oh, thank God. Oh. Oh, you can collateral these guys. Oh. Fuck you. God. I'm getting overrun. Oh, shit. God damn.
After fighting off the local congregation, we get surprised by Tom Cruise's henchmen. Turns out, you can't pay him to help you. Fuck you, Tom Cruise. Now, after escaping the church and dealing with the largest monster so far, we wind up in chapter 6.
That went surprisingly well. Chapter 6. Man, it would be very nice to save here and not have to do that again. Wait, we've been here. Now we're going straight. Last time we came here, this place sucked. We almost died in this room.
This room is where things start to get a bit tricky. Now, first, I have to fight Fat Albert the Necromorph, And man, can this guy eat bullets.
Hey, who wants to play?
Are you dead, big boy?
Then, when you get into the hallway where Albert was, the game tries to ambush you.
I don't want to fight these guys. Oh, well, apparently I don't have a choice. Oh, we're getting sandwiched here. Oh, that's not good. Oh, shit! Wait, I hit A. Wait. What? No! Wait, does that count? Wait, I swear to God I hit A. Okay. That sucks. That's death 1.
After asking the useful questions, such as, does that count when we're already dead, I began my quest back to the Albert room. But now I was prepared for the shit sandwich that was waiting for me.
So here's the plan. We're gonna go down there. We're gonna run over there. And we're gonna kill that guy. And then we'll decide what to do from there. Wait. Die, bro. Oh. Let me in. Oh! I lied. Let me out. I want to go to the store. Nope, never mind. I hear shit. Never mind. Oh, shit! Oh my God. I'm out of bullets.
Shortly after resupplying, I entered a room that sounded suspicious.
I hear stuff.
After walking through the maze, I realized this was a bad place to be, and I promptly made an exit.
Oh, run! Doorway!
Now, this room is full of the 1v1 boys we saw in the church earlier, but unfortunately, you can't bait them through the doorway because they just de-aggro. But with a bit of patience and a ton of ammo, I emerged victorious.
Okay. Okay.
Now, before I made it to the school, I had to have a confrontation with my new girlfriend. But considering what happened to my last girlfriend, I'd say things are going pretty well. When I finally got into the school, things went about as well as you can imagine, considering the game we're playing.
This is how daycares actually feel.
I did, however, get to star in a play before confronting the angry fans who couldn't accept my beauty.
Okay. I'm the star of the show. Romeo, oh Romeo. Let down thy hair, Romeo. Oh, wait. Oops, wrong story. God damn. I'm about to lay down a can of whoop ass on some kids. Not really. But really. But not.
I made it through the rest of the level without much of an issue, but when I reached the transport hub, I had to battle the brute boss. Now, fortunately, the brute boss is a pushover. It's just like the chapter 1 boss, minus the hops. So, all I did was freeze, shoot, move, repeat, and this guy dropped like Jose Aldo.
And smiling. Oh,
Oh, thank God. Are you gonna explode or anything, bro? What'd you drop?
Isaac, are you
Oh,
alright?
thank God.
I think that's
Ah, get out of here, bitch.
After finishing the Brute and leaving the transport hub, we see something peculiar happen on the level 7 transition.
Wait, chapter 7. Okay, this might be a checkpoint.
Okay, I know what you're saying. So you lied about hardcore only having 3 saves for the whole game? Well, not exactly. So you do only get to make 3 saves, that's true, and if you die, you do have to restart at the last save. But the Xbox 360 version of the game had 2 discs at launch, and the developers had to put in a manual save for when the game prompted you to switch, so people didn't lose progress. Now, since we're playing the game via backwards compatibility on the Xbox, we'll have to see if it still exists, because this is a fully digital version of the game. Now, hopefully this doesn't come back to bite us. Before anything crazy happens, I pumped my upgrade nodes into the workbench to prep for any upcoming encounters. Turns out, there was one such moment right after this. Now, on this part of the game, it can get pretty spooky, because you have to knock all these necromorphs off the windows without dying. Sounds simple, right?
Oh my god, I'm gonna die. Oh shit, heal.
With some clean shooting and some insane health pack usage, I was able to get through it without too much trouble. In survival horror games, there are normally 2 types of danger. Combat danger, which consists of getting hit by enemies or being scared and not reacting properly. This is normally classified as bad times. Now the other type is environmental danger, where the world fights back and you don't know what hit you. Can include gravity, electrocution, or explosions. Also considered bad. Until now, I forgot the world was against me, and there's only one way to be reminded of that.
Do I gotta bring him? Come with me, man. What? Okay, I guess we're gonna find out if that was a checkpoint. Talk about a costly mistake. Oh my god, thank the Lord. This counts as a checkpoint. Death 2. Okay.
One other thing to consider is that since I have to do life things, I needed to know if I could continue from this point since it was getting late. Now, do you remember when I said...
Wait. Chapter 7. Okay. This might be a checkpoint.
Well, it turns out checkpoint is a key word in that sentence because something unexpected happened when I tried to load in.
Okay, single player. I don't even want to look at the screen when I hit continue. I don't want to see if it says saving. I already hit continue. It's already loading. We'll see. Please, chapter 7. It didn't. No fucking way.
Now, this had me feeling crushed. I voluntarily quit out and lost progress. That's like getting a 0 on a test where writing your name gets you a point. With that heartbreak behind me and 2 days of rest under my belt, I quickly marched back to chapter 7 with an irrevocable ire.
Chapter 7.
With power.
Nice.
I need to know what
We're
you're trying
back.
to tell me.
It only took 2 hours.
I made sure to learn from my mistakes, and that mistake was stay away from things that boom. But in the meantime, I forgot about the combat danger.
No. What the hell? Oh. What? They insta-kill you with that?
Note to self, needle boys are strong. I came back and cleaned house this time around, and after I aligned the solar beams during my afternoon spacewalk, I took the express route back to the station in an attempt to practice my steering.
Okay. We don't want to die here because that would be goddamn embarrassing. I just got my full license today because I put it off for a long time. So let's not die because we can't drive goddamn boots.
After I made my spectacular entrance, I had another decision to make. Hey, if you're enjoying the video, why don't you earn an achievement and subscribe? It helped me out a lot. Thanks. It was getting late again, and I was on the last run of the night. If I die here, then I basically have to start at chapter 5 in a few days. Now, the sounds on the other side of the door didn't make me feel like my chances were very good.
I don't know what to do. Do I risk it? I need to think about it.
In the meantime, I talked with a friend for a few minutes over Discord, and after getting revved up like a stolen F-150, I decided I was no bitch and I was gonna go for it.
Okay. My hands are sweating.
In order to get through this part, I have to hold out for about 60 seconds while necromorphs come at me like the last Twinkie at the buffet. And this is easily one of the most butt-puckering moments in the game. Just take a look.
Door on your level. Hold on.
Okay. That was Harry. Oh.
Yes, I'm authorized for this. Open up, you bastard.
What the fuck?
There. It's open. Isaac, go.
Run!
Go, Isaac. You can't stop the door.
You suck my dick, I'm leaving! I'm slow! Oh, I'm so slow! Holy fuck! Oh my god. Dude. I thought I was fucked when that guy sniped me. What a gamble, and it paid off. Holy shit. This guy was guarding the fucking net. Oh my god.
It's not.
That was stressful.
And just like that, we made it to chapter 8. Now, everything I read online suggested saving at chapter 9 or 10 to minimize the chances of getting destroyed by insta-kills, but I honestly was just way too scared to die at this point, and I ended up using my second save here at the beginning of chapter 8. A death at this point would cost me so much time that it just wasn't worth it. So, I used the save.
We've done it. Goddamn. Time to go ham.
Now, this is where the game starts to pick up. I was over halfway done the game at this point, and it was finally time for some new enemies. And by new enemies, I mean reskins that take twice as much damage and are way scarier. Be on the lookout for them.
Oh. Guys, we just started playing. Simmer down.
Of course, new enemies is the least of my problems at this point. Next up was the Death Triathlon. Now first, I conquered the vertical spaghetti fire. Next, I battled the slidey toasty do not get roasty, and I was feeling good about my performance on this event. Now the final event was the spinning disc of doom hurdles, and I know I got that shit. And the reward for completing these pain Olympics was a battle with the physical manifestation of a post-Taco Bell bender. You know what I mean. For the next little while, I actually didn't run into much trouble, which is shocking. But there were moments where I got ambushed, but I had gotten into a rhythm at this point, and playing slowly and trying my best to manage space was a winning strategy. So far, the hardest thing about this achievement was not running out of supplies, and the only thing that helped was using the plasma cutter exclusively since I could spend all my money on one type of ammo. Now, the other thing that helped me was running into a boss fight and not shooting him because I thought it was pointless.
Oh! Well, I don't want to die, so... I need more... Run! Oh my god, I'm gonna die. Holy shit. Grab this. Oh!
This whole place is gonna blow. Get up here fast.
I'm running! Woohoo! Well, what's that? Oh, that's trash. I'm in. Oh, dude, talk about talk about avoiding the fights. I don't even know if it would have been better to shoot him. It worked.
After fighting but not fighting the boss, I started chapter 10. Now this chapter is like a flashback episode of your favorite show, since it takes place on the USG Ishimura, which is the haunting location of the first game. Now this explains why everything is so fucky on the other station, and this chapter keeps you on edge, since the first half has no enemies in it. But when they show up, they show up.
Look, I hear something. Is that the light that I shot? Oh, shit!
To be honest, the hardest enemy in the entire chapter has to be the lens flare from the stationary lights.
This light is too bright. I can't see. Thank God. I got blinded by the light. The spooky monster in the dark. I'm going for the light.
Eventually, I made it through the Ishimura, and I took a pod back to the original station. And when I did, I was greeted with Chapter 11 and the home of our third save.
Oh my God, he's gonna screwdriver her face. Oh, Chapter 11. The Chapter 11 start is right here. I feel like if we save here, we have to then beat the entire game without dying. But if we die here, we lose so much progress. I know we're supposed to save on Chapter 11. I don't know when. That's just what I read. So, we are on Chapter 11. I'm going to elect to save. And we're going to pray that we can one-shot the next segment of the game.
Now we reach the last leg of the journey. This last third of the game is different from the first two segments. The combat encounters are grueling. There are multiple fights where death is the most probable outcome. Every new quarter can lead to an insta-kill if you're not careful. And on top of that, we have the needle in the... We'll get back to that. First, we have to run the gauntlet. This is where boys become men. Chapter 11 and 12 are almost exclusively built around testing your ability to fight multiple enemies in a confined space. Now, the first hurdle to overcome is a battle on the mining elevator, where you have to fight waves of 2 or 3 enemies at once, and they come in a mix between the strong and weak variants. The next hardest encounter takes place on a mining drill, and while it's tunneling to the government facility, you have to worry about fighting 2 or 3 enemies at a time, while also worrying about the ranged boys sitting on the rocks. Now, my strategy was to use stasis when in danger, and when possible, use environmental items to take out the needler guys. Chapter 11 and 12 were basically just a collection of combat encounters, which is what you just saw. But after we breach the government facility with Big Bertha, we begin Chapter 13. And now things are becoming a little bit more tense. First off, we have to do another holdout sequence where we have to fight outside of this vault door, and almost every enemy is an upgraded variant. Now, after you kill a certain amount, you get the ability to crack open the vault door and move into the facility. And all I can say is the hospitality is subpar.
What do I do? Oh my God, dude. What the fuck, man? I didn't know what to do. I've actually used so many med kits. This is not good.
Once I got past the welcoming committee, I turned off the power and let in the cavalry. Now, I hope that decision won't come back to bite me in the ass. So this facility is like an Indiana Jones temple. You're just going to be fighting crusty creatures and trying to navigate endless booby traps. I mean, come on. This trap, for instance, follows a repeatable pattern. It's not even possible to die to this thing unless you fall asleep at the wheel.
I'm actually so worried I'm gonna die here. I'm gonna stasis it just in case. I'm so terrified to die. I'm so nervous. No way. What? How did I die to that?
was on my side with that call, but I couldn't get it overturned, so we'll have to just start again. Now, with a bit of patience, I got back to the laser room, but now that I know I can die, saying I'm on edge is an understatement.
See, now I'm terrified, because before I thought you couldn't die. Now I know you can die.
I made sure to put on my Nikes this time and time my runs appropriately, and after a few minutes, I was through and ready to progress. Of course, right around the corner, we reach the red room. And as far as I know, the enemies in this room spawn infinitely until you make it to the bottom. But at the time, I didn't know that, and I wasted so much ammo. Now, eventually, I had to run past everything out of desperation, and when I made it to the bottom, you guessed it, there was a boss fight, and we had almost no ammo to spare. At this point, brute enemies aren't that hard to deal with, so after cleaning him up, I realized how bad the inventory situation was.
I'm out of bullets. If this isn't a store, I think I just die.
Thankfully, this game gives you a store right after the room with infinite enemies. It's almost like it was planned this way. Now, after I stocked up like a mobile Fort Knox, I watched the necromorphs, you know, the ones we let in, perform a Gregorian chant in front of the marker that causes all hell to break loose. But before we deal with that mess, we have to undergo the most stressful moment in the game. In order to beat this, you have to lower the needle into Isaac's pupil by using the guided laser. If it's blue, then you're on the right track. But if it's red and you enter the eye, the game is over. Not to mention, the faster you go, the more the eye moves. So this is the peak moment of stress in the entire game.
He's locked up. I'm waiting. Go. Come on, don't fuck this up, Morgan. Oh, thank God. Okay.
Once we finish up with the doctoring, we begin the final sprint to the end of the game. Things get hectic here because the Ubermorph finally makes his appearance. He's unkillable and will never stop following you. Even if you shoot off his limbs, he just reforms and is on you in seconds. The only hope is to pray you don't get caught by the other necromorphs when you're running away.
What? I got insta-killed. Dude, that is so dumb.
Unfortunately, my stasis wasn't charged and it ended up getting me killed there. Now, I couldn't attempt it again for a few days, but when I did, I wasn't going to let something silly like that stop me. I remember hearing something motivational that kept my spirits high while I was sitting at work wanting to play.
You can visit Pity City, but you can't live there. So people, leave Pity City. Let's get it done.
We will not stay in Pity City. Let's go.
Without any delay, I was back to the needle room, and after a quick surgery, I began the pursuit with the Ubermorph. Now, when I made it back to the room where I died, I used the strategy of pucker up and pray.
Bro, what the fuck is this? Oh. This isn't supposed to happen. No! Get out of my way, bro! Fucking suck. Run! Woo! Oh, that was close.
As close as that was, I managed to make it through the rest of the chase without any more slowdowns, and at this point, all that stood between me and the achievement was the final boss. The fight is actually pretty straightforward. So you shoot at Nicole while avoiding the mini-morphs, and then when she takes enough damage, you'll take shots at the floating heart. And after that, you run away before...
Oh. No! Wait a minute. Did I just die? Dude. She just fucking appeared in front of me and insta-grabbed me. Well, I guess we're back to chapter 11.
That's what I call unfortunate. But at this point, I'm pretty familiar with the 2-hour run back to the final boss, so I guess it's time for round 2. This time, I'm going to take the stand there and tank approach so I don't risk a game-ending reach around. We'll see how it goes.
Okay. Oh my god. Oh my god.
All that was left in order to beat hardcore and get the achievement was to fly up to the ship and not hit a rock in the process.
Come on. Grab her hand. Hey, baby. Oh my god. I need to see that achievement pop before I sell E too hard. Hard to the core. We fucking did it. Dude. Oh my god. That is probably the most stressful achievement I've ever earned in my entire life. Getting like one attempt a night because of like just life and having to do stuff. And just knowing that if you die, you can't try again for 24 hours. Oh my god. If you enjoyed, leave a like, maybe subscribe. We're gonna be going for some crazy achievements coming up in the future. So that's it from Morgan's Basement, signing out. Take care.